Hi everyone and welcome back to LL Sports TV. Just a quick video here reviewing Arsenal's performance, or lack of performance some might say, against Everton today. I was actually at the game thanks to my boy Curtis for providing me with a very good seat in the house. However, it went pretty much downhill from there. What can I say? Other than a very frustrating day for Arsenal today. A game where Arsenal were expected to come away with 3 points, especially given that Liverpool dropped points today as well. So it's definitely an opportunity missed, an opportunity lost. Arsenal started a game on the front foot, as you would expect, against Everton, who we thoroughly expected to deploy the low block, and that's exactly what they did. And Arsenal couldn't penetrate it. Just couldn't get it going, man. We had upwards of, 70-odd% possession. But we didn't really create too much in the way of clear-cut chances. And when we did, the goalkeeper was equal to it. Everton, have got to give them a little bit of credit. They defended well, did their due diligence. Obviously, they did their homework on Saka and put 2, maybe 3 men on at times. And we just couldn't get anything meaningful going. I've got to say that Martin Odegaard, who I'm a big fan of, I've complimented on my channel many, many times. Today wasn't a great day for him. He actually got subbed off just after the hour mark, which was a little surprising, especially when you consider that for that substitution, the manager brought on Jorginho, which had a few of us, certainly near me anyway, scratching their heads. But it wasn't a good day for Martin Odegaard. And I don't want to, by any means, make him the scapegoat for the non-performance today. There was a few players that didn't, in fact, more than a few, that didn't live up to their billing today. He was just one of them. Very poor. Saka, another one of our go-to men, he didn't have a good game today. He was pretty much marked out of the game for large spells. Martinelli on the other wing. We've been speaking about this disparity between the left side of Arsenal's attack and the right side for a long time. You would have thought that today would have been a day that Gabriel Martinelli, especially given that he was going up against a 39-year-old Ashley Young, would have managed to create a bit more than he did. But it was a very frustrating day for him also. Kai Havertz leading the attack, for want of a better word. Very frustrating day today. I think there was a moment in the second half that summed up his day when there was a ball through. Him and the goalkeeper were to a challenge for the ball, but it would appear that Havertz stopped just short. Did he prevaricate? Did he bottle it? I'll leave you guys to make your judgment on it when you see it. But for me, it wasn't a good look for Havertz, and it kind of summed his day up. Yeah, man, you could go right through the team today and you would be struggling to come up with Arsenal players that had a good game. Perhaps the only guys that did play well were the likes of Saliba and Gabriel at the back. It was that type of performance. As I said before, we had all the ball. Everton created very little, showed very little ambition. They were clearly there for a point. So you could say that they achieved their aim. They got their point. But how much of that was good defending and how much was that down to Arsenal's lack of penetration up top is open to question. It really is, because rarely have I seen us look so unconvincing in attack. And listen, you could argue that we were similar against Fulham, but this one felt kind of worse because we were at home and you'd be expecting us to get at least 1 goal today, and we didn't. And I've got to say, it was poor, man. I don't like to come on here and make videos about Arsenal not performing and seemingly scapegoat players, but I've got to be honest and say that very few of them are on their game today. Trossard is another one. Very disappointing. The midfield didn't get going. There were a number of people near me that was very critical of the manager today as well. They said that the team wasn't right in terms of Partey being dropped to the bench. They also said that the substitutions were a little bit late and not ones that they would have necessarily gone for. So, for example, I talked about the substitution of Odegaard being replaced by Jorginho. A lot of people saw that as a negative solution when really you should be looking to play more attacking players. But then even the guys that did come on today, man, they did not really improve things. So to be fair to the manager, no one played well today. I mean, even the likes of Wanyeri, who I'm a big advocate for, did very little when he come on. Gabriel Jesus' nightmare in front of goal continues. He didn't get close to scoring today, to be truthful. Yeah, it was just one of those performances, man. It was just one of those days when nothing really was happening. Like I said, we had loads of the ball, loads of potential opportunities, but we didn't turn them into what I call meaningful opportunities. We didn't. I can't remember seeing a shot from outside the box in the whole game. And again, you know, the set pieces didn't work today. The passes or the crosses were either under it or overhit, or Pickford came out and just clutched it out of the air. So one of those games today, man. Very frustrating. I was in the ground. The whole mood was one of downbeat. A lot of people pretty much said that was it today in terms of our Titan challenge. In fact, I remember speaking to one person in particular. He didn't give me his name, but I had a very good conversation with him outside the ground. And he said that for him, today was a watershed moment. And when I said, what do you mean by that? He said, look, today was a day when the title challenge has gone. So it's as stark as that for some of the fans. And with that, you got the almost expected criticism of the manager. There seems to be a growing groundswell of fans who believe that the manager doesn't quite have what it takes to take us to that next level and win major honours like the league and the Champions League. Now, that may still be premature because as I speak to you today, Arsenal are mathematically still in it. I think the gap is still about 6 points. But in terms of the performance, the recent performances in the Premier League, they're not good enough, really. And then you've also got to contend with the likes of Chelsea, who are going strong at the moment. So, you know, not a great day, but it's not over yet, not mathematically anyway. So there is some semblance of optimism out there. But Arsenal will certainly need to get things back on track very soon. The one thing I always say about the Premier League is that the games come thick and fast. So we do have an opportunity to get things back on track next week against Crystal Palace, a game where we should be expected to win. But hey, I've said that for the last couple of weeks now and we've not won. So very disappointing today, just to sum up, very disappointing. Arsenal certainly not at their best. We had a lot of the ball, didn't create any meaningful chances or very few. And the ones we did, we squandered. And so, yeah, fans very frustrated. The team and the manager, no doubt, frustrated as well. But listen, man, we go again next week. As I said, we've got a Carabao Cup game against Crystal Palace in the midweek. We play the same team, Crystal Palace, again at the weekend. And I'm hoping we can win both those games and that when I speak to you this time next week, things will be in a better place. But listen, thank you very so much for watching. If you're new here, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Catch you on the next one. I'm out. Take care.